Hey everybody, Sam from Century Park Law Group. Welcome back to CPLG TV. Today we're discussing what happens after you've been involved in a car accident. As we discussed earlier, there were actually two claims that are opened on your behalf with both insurance companies. The property damage claim, meaning to fix the car, and more importantly, the bodily injury claim, to compensate you for your injuries. However, prior to any claim being resolved, one first has to be opened up, one with your insurance and one with the other car's insurance. Now understand that insurance companies are not in the business of helping people. I don't care if it's car insurance, life insurance, health insurance. They're in the business of making money. Don't believe the commercials, it's all just marketing. So the first thing that happens when your attorney opens a claim with the other car's insurance is that car insurance first wants to verify that there is actually coverage on the vehicle, meaning they want to verify that the person driving the car was covered, that there was no lapse in insurance coverage for a failure to pay, maybe the person driving was an excluded driver. The point being is that insurance company's goal is a hope to deny coverage. If they can't deny coverage, the next determination that is made is called a liability determination, meaning the insurance for the other car wants to investigate to see if their driver is really and actually at fault for causing the accident. Because simply put, if the other driver is not at fault, their insurance company is not going to pay a penny. They're going to say, it's not our driver's fault, why should we pay? This is why it's critical that you immediately retain an attorney after a car accident. Why? To gather evidence, speak to witnesses, subpoena video, obtain the police report. If necessary, retain an accident reconstruction expert so they can explain how the accident happened, just in case the other driver doesn't admit fault. It happens all the time. You're at the scene of the accident, the person says, mea culpa, it's my fault the accident happened. And then when they go speak to their insurance company, they change the story completely. And it is very hard to recreate an accident. So what we advise all of our clients is videotape the aftermath after the accident, where the cars are, videotape the other driver admitting fault. Because it's really hard for a person after a car accident not to admit fault when it's their fault. But it's much easier when they're talking to their insurance company days later to completely change the story. So if you videotape them admitting fault, that is critical evidence, particularly since most police departments, they will not come out to the scene of a car accident unless there's catastrophic injuries. And it's partly because they just don't have the funding to do it anymore. So if you've been involved in a car accident, at the time of the accident, videotape, take pictures, you want to document that evidence, and you immediately want to contact an attorney before you speak to either insurance company. You don't want to speak to your own insurance company either, because just like the other car's insurance is not on their side, your insurance is not on your side. Again, do not believe the commercials. Insurance companies are on their own side. They're seeking to collect premiums every month and not pay out when it's their driver's fault for causing the accident. So if you ever have any questions, contact us for an initial consult or a second opinion. They're always free. We never charge our clients a dime. Moreover, our attorney's fees, they're only a percentage of the recovery. So if there's no recovery, there is no fee. Again, you never come out of pocket a penny with our representation. So if you ever have any questions, we're available 24/7. We're making the law make sense. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to follow us on Instagram at CPLG Law. We're making the law make sense. Thanks.